Welcome back to another edition of the only weekly boys basketball show in the state. This is State Champs Hangtime, Michigan. Back with me as he is every week, Scoop IPS, TJ Kelley. We are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, my friend. Hard to believe, but in less than a month, we will begin district play, but a lot of basketball before that.
A ton of basketball, and this is a great, exciting time of year. And for the first time since, 2019, or 2020, we actually get to see a season that looks like it's going to be complete.
That's right, absolutely. We've got quick highlights coming up from a number of games over the past week that we covered here on the State Champs Network. Between State Champs W, which is our dedicated coverage to all female sports, and the boys coverage on our Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook account, we're posting in excess of 50 clips a week just in basketball. You're welcome. It wouldn't be possible without the incredible support Hangtime Michigan receives from Lawrence Technological University. Do you want to play college basketball? I encourage you to reach out to the coaching staff at LTU and let them know you have what it takes. Go to LTUathletics.com, click on the Recruit Yourself link. Take control of your future. Academic and athletic scholarships are being handed out right now. There are over a dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Recruit yourself at LTUathletics.com. Now, in last week's TJ's Takes, Mr. Kelley talked about the top teams in Division III. What are you getting into today?
Hey, we got to hit up Division IV. What's next?
All right. If you enjoy this show, check out the Hangtime Michigan Companion Podcast. Each week we do a chalk talk with the Michigan High School boys basketball head coach. Those interviews are sponsored by the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan. This week we caught up with Oxford head coach Steve Laidlaw. Due to the terrible tragedy that rocked all of us last November, the school just had their first home game last Friday night. I had the privilege of filming that game for State Champs. We talked to Steve about picking up the pieces and also about his Wildcats. There's some good talent on that team. You can watch it on the State Champs Michigan social media channels, including YouTube, and you can listen to it on whatever platform is your choice for podcasts. Easiest way is to do a Google search on State Champs Michigan Hangtime. Now, let's get to what happened this past week and on Tuesday in boys hoops. Because of the snowstorm last week, did not get a chance to recap two big games from last Tuesday. CAAC matchup between our number one ranked team in the state, Williamston, and then number 25 East Lansing. Williamston was working it. Led by the Mr. Basketball candidate and Western Michigan signee Max Burton, he had a game-high 18. Hornets roll 66-37. Another matchup early last week was River Rouge, just sitting outside of the top 25 at the time, hosting an afternoon matinee as they battled number 19 Warren Michigan Collegiate. Rouge, with one loss on the season, senior guard Tyler Hamilton continued his hot play, 22 points. The Panthers take down previously unbeaten Michigan Collegiate, 63-52. On Friday night, Oxford hosting its first home basketball game of the season, taking on Berkeley for current bragging rights in the OAA Blue. Oxford's strong night in the field house was feeling it. Wildcats trail by 15 at the break, got it down to 1 thanks to the play of the big man Bryce Essman. But Tamir Raninovich with 4 triples as the Bears pull away for a 59-48 victory. Before we get to this week's action, I think you are the only rankings in the state, TJ, that have Williamston number 1. They are 15-0.
Gotta love what Williamston brings to the table. They are far from just one player or even two players that stand out and make this engine go. So we've got guys like Max Burton, who's headed to Western Michigan. You've got Mason Docks, who's headed to UMBC. And then you've also got Jay Wallace, who will walk on at the University of Toledo. You've got a lot in the mix there, and I know that they're hungry. Tom Lewis has had some great teams over the last 7 to 8 years. And I think that this is the year that they get over the hump. And it was great to see them play on Saturday in the Red Hawk Showcase in Grand Rapids, where you get to see guys like Spencer Fagg who get to show what they can do, because he can really light it up from the outside, or he can take it to the basket and score.
That's right. They took care of Grand Rapids Union
in
that one. All right, back to the action from Tuesday night. West side of the state is the Kalamazoo area's number 17 Parchment at home to take on Kalamazoo Christian. Close game at the half with Parchment leading 24-22, but the Panthers took off from there. Senior Tony Williams with a 27-point night. He also surpassed the 1,000 career point mark as well. Parchment rolling 15-0, 58-32 dub. Staying on the left coast for a great rivalry game, our number 2 team in the state, Grand Rapids Catholic Central, taking on South Christian. 3 Cougars finished the night in double figures, including the junior Caden Brown, 19 of his game-high 26 points in the first half. GRCC takes out South Christian for the second time this season, 74-57 the final. Big crossover game rescheduled from last week. 9th-ranked De La Salle at home to take on honorable mention Coldwater. Cardinals had a 4-point lead after 2 thanks to the senior Brandon Downs and his game-high 19, but in the second half, Pilots caught fire. They take the 57-44 win. They were led by Tamario Adley with 15 and Caleb Reese, who pitched in 12. And finally, to the Flint Metro League, 2 teams leading their divisions. Flushing in first in the Stripes, taking on Goodrich on top of the Stars division. Back and forth tussle, late stages. Off the inbounds, Zach Legat for Goodrich. The layup with 7 ticks left to go, 43-42. Flushing can't get the shot off in time at the buzzer. Goodrich hangs on to win, 43-42. Martians 13-1 on the year. All right, we're back with TJ now. Parchment is a team we haven't talked a lot about in recent years. You have them ranked 17th in the state, and they, like Williamston, 15-0.
Hey, they're doing fantastic. The Parchment Panthers are earning their Spads Twister Soft Ice Cream with 15 wins and no blemishes under first-year head coach David Jones. Like Lauren mentioned, Williams just passed the 1,000-point milestone, while fellow senior 6-foot center Kofi Barima has been dominant on the boards this season, and with a 4.0 GPA, he has high academics colleges recruiting him. The cupboard won't be bare in upcoming seasons as junior Aaron Jasek, sophomore Darius Barker, and freshman Jalen Campen have also powered the Panthers' production this season. They've beaten rival Kalamazoo Christian twice and will have a shot to wrap up the SWAC Valley with a February 18th win over another rival, Schoolcraft, who is currently second in the league. Jones has been a fixture in the Southwest Michigan basketball area for over 20 years and Otsiego's head coach back in 2003, but had to step down for a bigger fight. Cancer, which Jones defeated. Now fully recovered, he has a great group of kids who have bought in, and that's the first step in winning.
All right, so more on Parchment in the future. All right, Hangtime's also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association. The MHSAA is training up the next generation of officials. We need officials. If you're interested, go to MHSAA.com, click on the button that says officials, tell them State Champs sent you. For more than 25 years, the greatest honor a Michigan high school student athlete can earn, the Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's High School Athlete of the Year. You're one of the tops in your sport. Prioritize education and giving back, like Cassius Winston, Megan Bobian, Rakia Jackson, and Aiden Hutchinson did. 6 male and 6 female nominees earn $1,000 of scholarship money with $5,000 each to be awarded at an amazing red carpet gala in downtown Detroit in June. Nominations accepted through March 4th, but know this, you cannot be nominated if you don't apply. Download the application today at dacathleteoftheyear.com.
Attention Grand Rapids, starting right now. River City strikes gold.
And a hammer for Trayvon Duval.
Gold is dug up from the shadows. Gold is worked and refined. It's a process. And when you finally see it, nothing shines quite like gold.
Other Hangtime partners include the Michigan Army National Guard, and this season, the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan and State Champs. Well, we're together. We're celebrating the great game by promoting unity among teams, schools, and communities. BCAM has launched the One Team program. We had a great conversation this week with Oxford head coach Steve Laidlaw on the podcast. Oxford Strong Night took place last Friday night at Oxford. Unity was the operative word in that one.
Well, the entire night was one that I think everyone looked forward to, especially the kids. That was the one thing that the kids as in my players made perfectly clear to me. When we talked about getting back to the building, we talked about school, they said, Coach, we can't wait to play on our gym. And, we were fortunate to go to the arena, Rochester College for some neutral site games, but the other 9 games prior to that were all on the road.
Right.
And fortunately, the other schools were hospitable toward working out our schedule. But it's just something we were looking forward to, and seeing all the crowd, seeing the environment, and everyone was really excited, and the crowd was magnificent. One of our best, from an attendance that I've seen in my 13 years there. So it was just crazy. The kids really enjoyed it.
We talked about Coach Laidlaw's journey as a coach, the 2022 version of the Oxford Wildcats, and more. The entire interview is available on the State Champs Michigan's Hangtime Companion podcast. You can listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. We'll also have a standalone video on State Champs Michigan's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram page, as well as the State Champs website, statechampsnetwork.com. Time now for TJ's Takes Division 4. Who are the teams to pay attention to?
Division 4 is wide open. It's Plymouth Christian just ended Southfield Christian's 10-year in-conference dominant that included 100 straight wins. We already knew the Southfield Christian was in the mix. McBain Northern Michigan Christian is undefeated in 14 wins and hold a 2-game advantage in the Highland Conference. Wyoming Tri-Unity Christian senior Brady Titus just committed to Indiana Tech, and he is the top player in Division 4. And anytime a team has Coach Keeler manning the sideline, they have to be counted in. Headed up to the UP, where 11-0 Rudyard is rolling teams by an average of over 30 points in a schedule that has numerous bigger schools. So at the end of the day, you've got tons of teams. You've got Marine City, Cardinal Mooney, who could be in the mix. But at the end of the day, I would expect that maybe 1, 2, if not hopefully 4 of these guys just to make me look good. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm really looking forward to the end of March and seeing that Thursday and that Saturday, watching some great Division 4 basketball.
Absolutely. The playoffs in Division 4, especially as you get towards the quarters and beyond, some great basketball.
All day.
Very evenly matched. All right, thanks, TJ. We've got some great matchups that we're going to be covering Friday and next Tuesday here on State Champs. Here is a preview. On Friday night, it could be the clincher in the Catholic League Central Division as number 5 U of D Jesuit welcomes in number 12 Detroit Catholic Central. The Cubs win the division with a W. UD only won by a bucket in their first encounter. Also on Friday, a rivalry is renewed. Number 15 Grand Blanc on the road at Davison. The Cards are a young team, but could give the Bobcats a scare. First meeting of the season between the two, and remember, former Flint Beecher head coach Mike Williams is now at Davison. Only a matter of time before they are in the mix for tops in the state. We're still figuring out next Tuesday's lineup, but some matchups of note are number 22 Benton Harbor at Kalamazoo Central, number 24 Oak Park at number 25 Clarkston, and number 23 Detroit Loyola at Country Day. If you know of a big game you'd like us to cover, send me an email, idea@statechampsnetwork.com. All right, TJ, we'll also have PSL quarterfinals going on. Lots of good action here in the next week.
Hey, fantastic week. You got to love that league playoffs. To me, it just kind of builds up for the state playoffs. Obviously, you've got the PSL finals. Then the following week, you have the start to the Catholic League finals. But then you also have some other ones with the Charter League playoffs. So, great time of basketball in Southeast Michigan.
Yep, good crossovers too, whether it's the KLAA or the MAC. Check it all out. Thank you very much. Follow TJ on Twitter @ScoopIPS. Hangtime premieres every Friday here across the State Champs Network. I'm Lorne Plant. We'll see you. State Champs Michigan's Hangtime is presented by Lawrence Technological University. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Hangtime is also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Detroit Medical Center Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine Pros. Do you have a sports injury or are you just looking to take your game to the next level? Go where the pros go. Visit dmc.org/gamechangers. The Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's Athlete of the Year Awards. Applications being accepted now until March 4th, 2022 for the male and female high school athletes of the year. Check out previous winners and download the application today at dacathleteoftheyear.com. Goodman Acker Law Firm. During the most difficult times of your life at Goodman Acker, you work with the same attorney and team the entire length of your case. They fight for you just like they would a member of their own family. Goodman Acker, good decision. Call 1-800-TRUSTED. And the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan, BCAM, has launched the One Team campaign, celebrating the great game by promoting unity among teams, coaches, and communities. Find out more at bcam.org.